All right. I've decided I'm going to share an old heavy equipment trick. Um, this trick I used to use it a lot more, like on 973, like track loaders, uh, the old tracked front loaders, and skid steers. Used it a lot on like Bobcats, Case 95, Case 85s, Case 40s with the hydrostatic motor. So what happens is you have a motor that goes torqued to the body at 350 pounds on the case. But the problem is you have the body where the chains go and the sprockets, and the hydrostatic is in the center. So you come in through the front with the sprocket removed, and then because you can't come in through the back with a torque wrench. So you put the wrench on the back, but what happens is you try to torque it to 350 pounds, that wrench usually stops on the floor of the unit. So what would happen is you do that, and man, getting that wrench out would be a real hard task, right? So wait a minute. Yeah, you could get in there. I remember I still have it. I have a special socket, 5/8, 12 point, 3/4 drive, just to torque those hydrostatic motors. Yeah, 3/4, because the 1/2 inch would always break. I bought them all. I bought Snap-on, Mac, Matco, and them 12 points, Impact, Chrome. It didn't matter. They would all break. So I had to buy a Snap-on 3/4 drive, 5/8, 12 point. That's the only socket that would get it done. But in the meantime, on the backside, you got to hold it. Well, one is if you have a spare set of hands, you're not going to do it, even if you have a guy, because when one guy is trying to get to 350, that other guy's not going to hold that wrench, especially if he's trying to reach in and hold it, and there's two guys in one spot. It's just a horrible nightmare. So the easy fix is something like this. You put a piece of wood under it and you crank on it. So we got a bolt with a nut, and then this goes on the nut, and then as you turn the bolt, it actually is going to put this in a bind. But the good news here is, worst case scenario, you can split the piece of wood and get your wrench out. And in most cases, 95% of the time, you could just hit it with a hammer, and what it'll do is that's not a good thing. But what would happen is, if you hit it with a hammer, it would slide out and it would release the tension. You get your wrench out. Anyway, that's a more for the heavy equipment guys. I don't really see anything automotive that goes 300, 400, 600, 1200, 2600 foot-pounds of torque. So yeah, I've done it. With I did a 2-inch wrench, and for some reason we had to go to, I think, 1200, and the wrench held it, but we used that piece of wood. And don't use white pine soft wood. You better have you some oak. That's a second tip right there. Don't use crap wood. Use oak or some hardwood, because if you use some soft white pine, it's gonna go right through it. Hey, anyway, leave me a comment, and we'll try to keep them coming. Thank you.